I think it was the decision that I was going to make to begin with.
The money was never coming. That's why I had to file the claim.
That's what was going to happen to begin with.
Shirts were of no use to me whatsoever.
You can't go in above and beyond for people because they're never satisfied no matter what.
I would go with someone who actually has a physical company and not a friend of a friend.
Is NBC Palm Springs.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah Sanchez.
And I'm Gino Lamont. The national spotlight is still on policing in America. In D.C., Senate Republicans unveiled their own police reform bill, authored by the only black Republican senator. But Democrats are still pushing their bill, introduced into the House last week. And in Atlanta, a police officer has been charged in the shooting death of a black man there. Garrett Rolfe is facing 11 charges after shooting Rayshard Brooks, and that's where we'll start tonight.
Yeah, the Atlanta police officer who shot and killed Rayshard is charged with felony murder, and the officer's partner, who's facing lesser charges, according to the district attorney, will testify against the officer who fired the fatal shots. NBC's Wendy Woolfolk has more.
5 days after the death of 27-year-old Rayshard Brooks, charges against the Atlanta police officers involved in the shooting.
The first charge is felony murder.
One of 11 counts for former officer Garrett Rolfe. Prosecutors offering evidence that Rolfe even kicked Brooks after he was shot.
We've concluded at the time Mr. Brooks was shot that he did not pose an immediate threat of death.
I think you've had too much to drink to be driving.
The initial face-to-face encounter between former officer Garrett Rolfe and Brooks appeared routine. After failing a sobriety test, police dash cam and body cam video show Rolfe and his partner, Officer Devin Brosnan, try to arrest Brooks. Brosnan, now charged with 3 counts, has agreed to testify against his former partner.
All right, just take a deep breath in.
Escalating what began as a peaceful interaction.
Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased!
Investigators say Brooks grabbed one of the officer's tasers and ran. This surveillance video shows him turning and appearing to aim the taser at the officers before Brooks is shot twice in the back. Outrage spilled into the city streets over the weekend, with the Wendy's restaurant being set on fire. And protesters marching to the Georgia State House, demanding justice and change. For Brooks's family, hoping a jury will bring a swift conviction. Wendy Woolfolk, NBC News.
And of course, the other big story across the country is coronavirus numbers continue to skyrocket. Riverside County is fully part of that trend. Local hospitals are seeing record numbers of patients, and each week we're setting new records for the number of those who are infected. But another round of businesses are trying to reopen on Friday. We'll have more on that story in a bit. But first, we are learning construction for the new arena in Palm Springs has been put on hold because of COVID-19. Now, some local businesses are disappointed to hear about the project that's been paused. Our Olivia Sandusky joins us live with the very latest on the stalling of what was going to be a downtown arena for the home of a hockey team. Hi, Olivia.
Hey, Gino, yeah, this arena here proposed to be just across from downtown Palm Springs, where some of those shop owners have been struggling financially this year due to the pandemic. They told me they think when it's finished, it could bolster the economy, but some of the partners involved with the construction tell me you can expect it to look like this a while longer. David McGuire works a few blocks away from the proposed new arena at Agua Caliente. He says the venue would be a great asset during a financially challenging year.
We're looking forward to having, the people come in, have something to do, not only for tourists, but something for the locals.
The $250 million entertainment venue is set to be the future home of a minor league hockey team and hundreds of jobs. But now a partner on the project confirms it's been put on hold, adding, given the current unprecedented times, discussions around arena construction timelines continue, and we will provide updates when available. And Palm Springs City staff says they're continuing to work closely with the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians.
We've been having discussions with them regularly just because we're working through, the issues of parking and traffic and security. So when they are ready to move forward, we have that in place.
While the tribal government didn't respond when asked for comment, Council Chairman Jeff Gruby discussed the arena's plans just a few weeks earlier.
That arena we're really on pause. We need to reevaluate, see how things are going. As you can remember, it wasn't maybe a couple weeks ago where the governor was saying that professional sports are going to look different. I guess we want to see more where that is before we get those projects going.
And now some local workers like David just hope construction can begin soon.
We're just going to have to hang in there as much as we can, and I hope everyone can hold on, no matter what kind of business it is.
Now, if the Agua Caliente project remains like this for the next few months, one question that does still remain tonight is what will happen with that relationship with the minor league hockey team? Reporting live for NBC Palm Springs, I'm Olivia Sandusky.
Thank you, Olivia. Let's take a look at our local COVID-19 numbers. 257 new cases were reported countywide, 124 of those from the Coachella Valley, bringing our total to over 3,100. 4 new deaths were also reported in the county, none though from the valley. And Indio continues to have the most cases with 822. Palm Desert has the most deaths with 29.
More personal care businesses, though, getting the green light to reopen across the county. Nail salons, massage spas, tattoo shops, estheticians can all open their doors on Friday. They'll have to follow certain precautions like increased cleaning and, of course, physical distancing.
And here's a graphic showing the different stages of reopening for Riverside County. As you can see, we're currently in accelerated phase 2. All the businesses in that category are now open. Stage 3 only includes youth and team sports. Stage 4 is the end of our stay-at-home order.
Yeah, but long lines at the coronavirus testing site in Indio today as dozens of cars were there lined up around the fairgrounds itself. The East Valley continues to see the highest case numbers with nearly 1,500 cases in Indio and Coachella alone. That makes up nearly half of all of our local cases. Eisenhower Health also reporting nearly 4 times as many hospitalizations since late May.
We'll be talking about those coronavirus numbers coming up at 6:30. We continue our coverage on coronavirus in the Coachella Valley. Facts, not fear. Tonight, a conversation with local Congressman Dr. Raul Ruiz. We'll see you at 6:30. We're going to send things over now to Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. Mike, I was commenting today, those temperatures are so mild for us here. We're really enjoying it. Please tell me it's going to last a little bit longer.
Oh, the entire summer, Sarah. If you enjoyed today, literally the next 3 months are going to be exactly like we experienced today. Not. We are tracking some changes as we go into the final days of spring. The first day of summer is coming up on Saturday. It's going to feel like it once we get there. But as it stands right now, this thing that is keeping Sarah and everybody very happy across the Coachella Valley is a low pressure system right on top of Wyoming, Idaho, somewhere in that region right there that is so powerful that it continues. Remember, flow around a low is always counterclockwise. So it's pulling that flow in from the northwest, and it's doing a couple things for us, keeping temperatures delightfully below average. We were 5 to 10 degrees below average across Southern California today. It's keeping the coast moist. They've had some low cloud cover, and we've been seeing some of that fog creeping into the valleys as well, right around the mouth of the Banning Pass. But what it's translating to is some gusty afternoon winds, 15 miles an hour sustained right now at the airport and out towards Palm Desert. Gusts have got up to about 25. They'll continue to stay there through the rest of the evening. But the big story is this. The average for this time of year is 102. 98 is where we are right now. It looks like that'll be our high temperature for the day. And then the other thing that's really pleasing is, you remember last week, we had humidity down in that 5% range, and it looked like we were going to just stay there for the rest of the summer. Well, we're up at 18 right now. That's about 3 or 4 times more humidity in the air than we had this time last week. Keeps the air pleasant, but also suppresses fire dangers, and that's some good stuff. Well, it can't last forever. The next 3 days are brought to you by Comfort Air. We'll see temperatures that will be slightly above average on Thursday, and then we're warming as we go into the weekend. Again, the first day of summer is on Saturday, and it's going to feel like summer. Looks like it gets even warmer from there. I'll walk you through the whole thing in your 7-day forecast. It's minutes away.
Thank you, Mike. Desert Regional Medical Center honors the life of Dr. Frank Ercole, the director of the trauma center. Dr. Ercole died last week. Our Kitty Alvarado is live at Desert Regional in Palm Springs, where the memorial is set to take place tonight. Kitty.
Hi, Sarah. That's right. I can't think of a more perfect location to pay tribute to the life of Dr. Ercole. He spent over 3 decades serving this community right here at Desert Regional. And if you take a look behind me, they're already setting up for this memorial. His colleagues will pay tribute to his life and the work he did at this hospital and community for over 3 decades. He was more than a doctor to this community and to the staff. He was friend and family. For over 3 decades, Dr. Frank Ercole dedicated his life to saving others at Desert Regional Medical Center. Today, the staff is mourning his sudden death. Fellow trauma surgeon Dr. Oscar Paz says he was more than a doctor.
This man was a leader, he was a friend, he was a philanthropist, and he was an excellent trauma surgeon. He was here to help the community, and he was loved by everyone around.
Dr. Ercole was the director and founder of the Trauma Center and program at Desert Regional. Heidi Anderson, the trauma program manager, says he was the first trauma surgeon at the hospital.
The blood, sweat, and tears literally that he put into this is now the fruits that we get to enjoy and that we'll carry forward.
But his influence didn't end with this trauma center.
He was instrumental in developing the trauma system for all of Riverside, which is now partners with San Bernardino and parts of LA. He is respected tremendously and loved on that level for what he's contributed to the trauma system at large.
His colleagues say he touched countless lives through the thousands he gave a second chance and would do anything to save a life.
He got in a CHP helicopter and flew up the side of the mountain and rappelled down the cliff to try to retrieve somebody from an automobile accident. And the patient survived. He talks to that patient every year. These aren't patients. They're not numbers to him. They're people.
Dr. Ercole led a life-saving team of people through some of the most heartbreaking incidents in our valley, like the bus crash filled with Girl Scouts in 1991 that killed 7 and injured 47, a bus filled with tourists headed to a casino that killed 13, and worked to save the lives of Palm Springs police officers Jose Gil Vega and Leslie Zarebny, and testified in their murder trial.
He's the guy that I know struggled and had hard times with those events. But during that, you never would have seen it. He carried on with professionalism and leadership. He was very committed to our community, and so all of these were personal for him.
But he also wanted to care for the families going through trauma, so he established the Hansen House Foundation, a hospitality house for the families of the critically ill.
He wanted this to be a place for them to collect their thoughts and regroup a little bit from whatever critical incident they may be going through.
Dr. Ercole will live on through his legacy of service above self.
You don't really realize how big the giant is until you see the hole they leave behind. And we are looking at somebody who is going to leave a chasm that's immeasurable.
We love you. And we're going to miss you.
That area you're looking at there, that's where a Mercy Air helicopter will land to pay tribute to the life of Dr. Ercole, because not only did he help establish the trauma center here, he played a vital role in many regional trauma programs, and that is a true perfect tribute to a beautiful life that had an incredible impact in so many lives in this community. We'll have highlights from this tribute tonight at our news at 11. Reporting live from Desert Regional Medical Center, Kitty Alvarado, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thank you, Kitty. Coming up, Senate Republicans introduced their new police reform bill the same day another officer is arrested for the shooting of a black man.
Plus, the conversation on racial equality continues, and now food brands announce they're changing some names. A full rundown coming up.
When we welcome our West Coast viewers, we'll have late reaction to the charges against the officers in the fatal shooting of Rayshard Brooks. Also, the popular pancake brand and a racist history, the stereotype being retired. Tonight on Nightly News.
Here's what we want everyone to do. Count all the hugs you haven't given, all the hands you haven't held, all the dinners you didn't share with friends, the trips you haven't taken. Keep track of them. Each one means one less person vulnerable, one less person exposed, and one step closer to a healthier community. So for now, keep your distance, but don't lose count. We'll have some catching up to do.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you with special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
Your marketing has to change. Every headline, every image, your entire strategy. Cord Media can help. Branding, design, video, web, digital, public relations, social media, and media buying under one roof. Getting you back to business safely and profitably. Find your new normal. Cord Media. Click or call.
Some companies base their entire business off of high-pressure sales. That way of doing business is long gone. Customers are more educated today, and I feel they value honesty more than a sales pitch. With TMOS, our technicians are not incentivized to sell. They're incentivized to solve a problem. That's why hearing positive reviews and getting emails from customers that they're happy is the entire reason we're doing this. To learn more, call us today.
At La Quinta Chevrolet, your well-being is our top priority. In this time of social distancing, you can do the entire car buying process online, and we'll even deliver the vehicle to your home and office. Right now, get more with zero. Drive with zero first month payment, zero security deposit, and zero money down. Like a new Chevy Equinox, leased for only $279 per month. To learn more, visit our dealership at LaQuintaChevrolet.com today. Find new roads.
Less than 24 hours after President Trump unveils his policing executive order, Senate Republicans follow suit, unveiling their own police reform proposal. But the bill is very different from the one House Democrats are working to get passed. Nadia Romero explains.
The urgency to address police brutality and racial injustice being felt on Capitol Hill.
Too often we're having a discussion in this nation about, are you supporting the law enforcement community or are you supporting communities of color? This is a false binary choice.
Senate Republicans introducing police reform legislation that gives grants to police agencies for body cameras, requires departments to report all officer-involved incidents that cause serious bodily injury or death to the FBI, and uses federal funding to discourage but not ban no-knock warrants or chokeholds.
To the young person who's concerned when he's stopped by the law enforcement officers, we see you.
The proposal also makes lynching a federal hate crime. But while Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell pledges to fast-track the legislation, Senate Democrats say
this bill will need dramatic improvement.
The clash in the chamber, echoing a fight felt in the House.
Can anyone on the Republican side say unequivocally Black Lives Matter?
Unequivocally, all lives matter.
Where Democrats work on their own proposal that mandates body cameras, bans chokeholds, and makes it easier for people to sue the police.
A glaring contrast between a strong, comprehensive Democratic bill in the House and a much narrower and much less effective Republican bill in the Senate.
But in order for Congress to act, one plan needs bipartisan support and the president's signature to become law. At the White House, I'm Nadia Romero.
Coming up after the break, Mike's standing by the big green wall, and he's got some weather news ahead. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I do, Gina. But first of all, I've got this gorgeous live look courtesy of our Walter Clark 111 camera, the river, living up to its name. We are tracking a warm-up as we go into the final days of spring. I'll show you what it looks like when we come back.
NBC Palm Springs, your home for local news and weather. Do you have a story idea? Let us know. Email us at news@nbcpalmsprings.com today.
Air conditioning gets expensive here in the desert, but by upgrading your equipment with Desert Air today, you can drastically lower your energy bills. New advanced systems are up to 60% more efficient, not to mention quieter and more effective. Take advantage of a special offer from Carrier. Turn to the experts. For a limited time, rebates of up to $1,650 or up to 60-month special financing on a qualifying Carrier home comfort system. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
We're living in uncertain times, but as Californians, we'll get through this together.
If your income has been reduced or you've lost your job or your health insurance due to the coronavirus crisis, Covered California is here. We can help you find the health insurance you need to protect you and your loved ones. And you may even get financial help to pay for your health insurance. So if you or someone you know is without coverage, visit coveredca.com to learn more or enroll today.
We've all been on pause because it was the right thing for everyone. But now, as we begin the journey back to normal, it's time to push play at Agua Caliente Casinos. We have gone above and beyond our already award-winning standards for safety, friendliness, and cleanliness. So, as we gradually come back, you can stay and play with confidence. Agua Caliente Casinos in Palm Springs and Rancho Mirage. It's time. Let's push play.
For low-cost legal document preparation, including living trusts, wills, divorce, power of attorney, and incorporations, look to Legal Docs by Me. Get fast, accurate service in as little as 24 hours for a fraction of the cost of using an attorney. Call or visit our convenient Palm Desert location today to see how we can help you without the stress and expense of an attorney. You tell us what you need. We create the documents. It's that easy. Legal Docs by Me. No lawyers. Save money.
CVS Health is now offering no-cost drive-through COVID-19 testing at select CVS pharmacy locations. Tests are available by appointment only at the drive-through window. Results will be available in 2 to 4 days. Visit cvs.com to find testing locations, determine eligibility, and schedule an appointment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Desert Vein and Vascular Institute.
Welcome back. Another gorgeous live look. That one we left you with was pretty nice. This one's not bad either. This is our Agua Caliente Casino Cam. Plenty of bright sunshine. And you may have noticed that it is staying light late. Well, we are just a few days away from the longest day of the year. Now, all days are 24 hours, but Saturday will be the first day of summer, and by default, one of those days where we get 12 hours of light and 12 hours of dark. Here's what we're looking at in the big picture here. We got a low pressure system. It's not that easy to see on infrared, but what it has is a very powerful influence across the entire West right now. We are the beneficiaries of some flow that is coming in straight in from the northwest, and what that's doing is keeping those temperatures relatively cool and keeping us breezy. We were talking about that earlier. That frontal boundary will continue to stay stalled out a little bit off towards our north. So what that means for us is that we'll continue to see that flow. We'll see relative humidity staying in a nice range and temperatures slowly warming as we go into the weekend. It looks like we will finally break the centennial mark, but we certainly didn't do it today. 97 currently in Palm Springs. Cooler along the coast. 67 in San Diego, 74 in LA, 98 in Yuma, and 94 in Vegas. A little bit of fire and ice. Look at this. We've got red flag warnings in place across the Intermountain West into the Four Corners region there, but then we also have freeze warnings in place for part of Nevada. They've got some very cool air flowing in there as well, especially into the desert regions there, so they're going to be having some frost that is not characteristic for this time of year. We've got something that's going to be interesting. We were talking about this last night. We've got it again tomorrow morning. Visibility could be as low as a quarter of a mile as soon as you go into the Banning Pass there. So areas like Beaumont, Riverside, and especially along Highway 60 there will have some very dense fog in the early morning hours of Thursday. If you do have some travel plans overnight tonight or into the early morning hours of tomorrow, just make sure you factor that in. Give yourself plenty of time, plenty of space. Here's what we're doing across North America. Tomorrow, 77 in New York, 84 in Miami, mid-90s in Dallas, some low triple digits in Phoenix, and then the West Coast is just going to be fantastic. 79 in Portland, 77 in San Francisco, some 60s up towards Calgary. We're right now 100 in Coachella. Okay, there's a centennial mark. 95 in Thousand Palms, 84 up towards the Yucca Valley, a cool, comfortable 68 up towards Big Bear, and some mid-70s in Idlewild. Winds are coming in 20 miles an hour, sustained gusts getting up to 30 tonight. As soon as the atmosphere gets a chance to cool and the sun goes down, we'll get those back down into the single digits again, but it will take until about 10 o'clock for that to happen. We'll see temperatures stay warm until about midnight tonight, and then we'll break into the 70s. Sets us up for a gorgeous start to Thursday. Upper 60s and low 70s. We'll see those dew points continue to stay elevated. Again, that's good news. It keeps relative humidity high, and temperatures should finally break into the triple digits. Look for 103 in Palm Springs, 104 in Indio, mid-90s up towards Joshua Tree, and some low 70s in Big Bear. Your Comfort Air 7-day forecast shows warming moving in. In fact, not only will the first day of summer feel like summer, Father's Day will be 109. Beyond that, 110.
NBC Palm Springs, first on air, first online.
Following the march in Palm Desert,
we are sending the message that we are tired.
A curfew is in place.
200 to 300 people are in this crowd.
NBC Palm Springs, where the reporting is the difference.
Summer vacation isn't canceled, just relocated. Let Holland RV help you find a new or pre-owned gas or diesel RV or towable for your next adventure. Holland carries top brands with an extensive inventory. Holland RV Centers in Palm Desert or hollandrvcenters.com.
$88 is all it takes to get your AC system tuned up and in shape for summer. At Next Gen Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, we understand that when the temperature rises, your air conditioner working properly is essential. So we're making it more affordable than ever to keep your system running strong all summer long. Our X Protects tune-up and 28-point safety inspection is a $178 value for only $88. From our Next Gen family to yours, we're honored to safely serve you.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
We've always put safety first. And we always will. For people. For the future. And there has never been a summer when it's mattered more. Wherever you go, summer safely. Get 0% APR financing for up to 5 years on select models and exclusive lease offers.
At Del Taco, you get 15 items for $1 or less every day on the Del's Dollar Deals menu. 15 ways to crave, 15 ways to save, 15 ways to... Try Del's Dollar Deals menu with 15 different items for $1 or less every day. Only at Del Taco.
We know your vehicle may not be top of mind at the moment. At Coachella Valley Buick GMC, we want you to know we are open for business and we're here to help. Visit our showroom, or with our Shop Click Drive program, you're just one click away from purchasing a new GMC vehicle. Take advantage of huge discounts. Visit i10gm.com today, and our easy-to-use tool can help you find the perfect vehicle. Estimate your trade-in value and monthly payments, and apply for credit right from our website. When you're done, your car will be delivered straight to your home.
Summer vacation isn't canceled, just relocated. Come by and experience the Newmar difference of luxury gas and diesel coaches. Now's the time for incredible savings on new and pre-owned RVs for your next adventure. Only at Holland RV Centers in Palm Desert.
This portion of the news is brought to you by La Quinta Brewery. Taste the sunshine.
Quaker Oats is getting rid of the Aunt Jemima pancake brand and logo. The brand is 130 years old. The company acknowledges its origins are based on a derogatory racial stereotype.
Yeah, Mars Incorporated says it's making changes to their rice brand Uncle Ben's. The brand and logo have long been criticized as being based on racist stereotypes. Mars released a statement saying it is time to, quote, evolve the Uncle Ben's brand, including its visual brand identity. The company has not determined specific changes or the timeline to make those changes, but both of those brands will no longer exist soon. We'll be back.
Anthony is her biological father. If we don't tell her now, we become a part of the lie.
What's happening?
There's no easy way to say this.
Council of Dads, new Thursday on NBC.
Where are the paintings that I was promised?
Steal priceless works of art at the behest of a maniac.
I can't believe we're breaking in.
We don't have a choice. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of our faith.
At Bellows Hearing Institute, our experienced staff, utilizing state-of-the-art technologies, can provide effective solutions to address hearing loss needs, which can enhance your quality of life.
I was having some difficulties hearing. I came to Bellows Hearing Institute, and from the moment I walked in the door, Lisa and staff were just so welcoming.
Bellows Hearing Institute has enabled me to be able to hear conversations much more clearly.
Call Bellows Hearing Institute today.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you with special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
Whew, it is pretty hot out there. Let's check in with Paul from Comfort Air to tell us how we can deal with this heat and stay comfortable.
Thanks, Carol. And your 7-day forecast, hot
hot, and hot. So you want to stay cool with the new Lennox XC25. It's quiet, efficient, and affordable. We have the best financing options in the Coachella Valley. You'll never have to worry about your family's comfort again. Back to you, Carol.
Call Comfort Air today and see why they're #1 for a reason.
Every garage door needs service yearly.
Did you really think I wasn't going to eventually break down after years of neglect?
Every year, thousands of serious accidents happen with garage doors without warning. Get our signature 44-point garage door tune-up for only $69.95. For a limited time, we'll throw in a $25 gift certificate to Castelli's Restaurant in Palm Desert.
Consider yourselves lucky I haven't collapsed on you or your car yet.
It's a crime if you get hurt by a drunk driver, so call the law firm that sues drunk drivers. If a drunk driver hurts you, call the Sevens and get the no-fee guarantee at the Walter Clark Legal Group.
That'll do it for us here at 5. We'll see you after NBC Nightly News at 6.